It's really just based around my work schedule, because
hmm
I'm working right now at Chipotle right now, fast
hmm
food. So
Like in my perspective, looking at what you do, seeing that you work and the money that you make from it literally only go to training,
yeah, to
and it just
tournaments,
shows how much
seminars.
discipline, how bad you really want it. Welcome to the Prospectrix interview podcast. Today I'm here with Mark Sanders. How are you doing?
Doing great. It's a beautiful day. It's nice to be
You
here.
already know. Let's just start off right off the bat. Mark, what is your name, your age, and the weight that you fight at?
So my name is Mark Sanders. I am 19 years old, and I fight at 135 pounds.
What made you find this weight class?
Throughout my whole life, I've competed at 145 a lot, and that's my natural weight class. I usually walk around at like 150, 152, but
hmm
just for the most strategic advantage, I feel like 135 is the best for me.
How did you get into MMA, and did you do any sports before?
Well, when I was 15, I started wrestling.
hmm
I was grinding wrestling since I was 15 to like 17, just with different schools, about just trying to get as good as I can at that separate sport. And then one day I just realized that what I wanted to do was fighting, and I knew that if I wanted to be good at it, I had to do it now, and
hmm
had to make some moves with my training and with my mindset to fully dive into this world. So
Of course, I get
when
what
I
you're
was
saying.
17, I started training jiu-jitsu. Slowly, I got my blue belt in 7 months, and then I
That's great.
took a fight. The first fight was cool, just a grappling,
hmm
like a grappling heavy fight. I
Yeah,
took him down, won, and that really opened my eyes to what I can be in this
yeah.
sport. So
I got my senior photos. I went. This is around September, October. It's hot. It's a hot day in Van Nuys. I'm going to get my photo, and I just see you
running,
running down the street,
I remember you texting me,
absolutely covered in sweat. I'm like, dang, this guy Mark.
bro. That was my first 6 mile too. I was pushing it that
Yeah,
day,
I was
but
nuts.
no, yeah,
It
running
shows how bad you want it.
yeah, bro. Like running really helps. Like with training, I feel like you could train as much as you want, spar as much as you want. A lot of fighters, they spar a lot, and
hmm
they just love sparring because it's fun.
Yeah.
But what really matters, I feel like, if you really want to be the best, like the best fighter, it comes down to like what you do after training.
hmm
What you eat, what do you do after training? Like if you train twice a day, or if you just like drill technique a lot,
hmm
or if you run, you lift. It's really about what you do after practice that
Yeah.
really
No, I
helps
do
me.
understand when you talk about that. Like cardio after practice, eating good. That shows a
Mhm.
real discipline because
Mhm.
people can get on the mat, they can roll, they can do MMA, they can wrestle. That could be fun. And one thing that I've noticed, like when I'm in jiu-jitsu and I'm wrestling, there will be people you get in the mat with who will just like kind of flow through it.
Yeah, take it easy, sit out
Yeah,
some rounds. Yeah.
that's when the
Yeah,
cardio
which
really
is cool.
shows.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's where it really shows,
hmm
especially in fighting because there's no breaks.
Yeah.
With this next one, it's gonna be 3 minutes, 3 rounds. So
hmm
usually your first three fights is 2 minutes with shin guards, but I'm stepping up with a pretty good opponent. He's pretty solid. He
It's
trains
good.
at a good gym, so
hmm
it's gonna bump it up to 3 minutes. It should be fun. Or test that cardio out
I
for
can't wait to
sure.
see it.
Yeah.
What is your current training schedule?
My current training schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I go train MMA at Matador
hmm
Training Center.
hmm
Just fully focus on the striking, wrestling, trying to mix it right. When you wrestle and then you have to come back to striking, the cardio is really different.
hmm
Like people don't really realize that like the MMA cardio is different than if you were to just wrestle or if you were to just do kickboxing.
hmm
Like just mixing it and going back and forth can really get super tiring. So I try to hone in on my mixed martial arts skills Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays I'm doing a nogi jiu-jitsu.
hmm That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, but those are all night sessions. It's really just based around my work schedule, because
hmm
I'm working right now at Chipotle right now, fast
hmm
food. So like wherever I could fit it in, I try to fit it in. But for the most part, if I don't have work, it's gonna be a double training session. So
hmm
just mixed martial arts in the morning, and then jiu-jitsu in the night, or the wrestling in the night, or the kickboxing in the night. Just they're trying to mix it up, trying to
Yeah.
get
You
different
know,
looks.
in my opinion, like in my perspective, looking at what you do, seeing that you work and the money that you make from it literally only go to training,
Yeah, to
and it just
tournaments,
shows how much
seminars.
discipline, how bad you really want it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who say they want it, but you know there's a lot of distractions and a lot of outside things that you have to focus on because fighting isn't everything,
Yeah.
which is like there's some fighters who will tell you that it is, but
Hmm.
it really isn't. Like you got to try to balance life and your family and money because you got to pay for yourself. Like, you're not gonna get no handouts from nobody. So
Yeah.
I feel like if you can just like balance that out, that's where the great fighters are at. Right now, I'm trying to balance it out still, but
Yeah.
it's been working for me with my training, so I'm happy with where I'm at for
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I really want to focus on making Prospectrix,
Mhm.
Like I always tell people, like there's probably been so many other LeBron James and Steph Curry's and Kevin Durant's walking the streets in certain areas with
Never
that
made it.
skill and
Yeah,
talent and potential coming in all sports, but because their financial situation,
yeah. They
where they
have a
live,
kid, or
yeah,
yeah, they get
it
with a
really gets to
girl.
that point. So I really want to be there for those prospects, especially starting off with you. Is there any fighters or role models that you look to be inspired by or try and be like?
Like, he just retired, but the pinnacle of man, I feel like, is Dustin Poirier, Brett
Mm-hmm.
the Diamond. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he has everything you would want, besides the title, of course, because he never really won a
Of
title.
course.
He's a champion in my book, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but just with his life, I feel like with his kid
Mm-hmm.
and his businesses with the sauce company,
Yeah.
his wife,
Yeah.
and he still's the fucking grinding with this
Mm-hmm.
UFC shit.
Of
He
course.
wins. He's a dog. So
Yeah, and I just saw a media post saying that he's now going to be one of the commentators.
really,
Yeah,
I did
so
not know that.
that's going to be dope.
No, but
I saw a couple comments saying like he should commentate for Michael Chandler in his
oh
next
no,
fight.
he's gonna be hating the whole time.
Yeah.
But he's probably my biggest role model in just fighting. I would say in life it'd probably be just my mom because
Hmm.
she works hard too. Like,
Yeah.
just, yeah, parents in general.
Main role model for me is my dad.
Yeah,
Growing up, I've always been such a privileged person, and I really just want to give back. And also going back on Dustin Poirier, like I started watching UFC.
because of him.
Yeah, so in UFC, I watched UFC first, UFC 300. So
Really,
to a lot of people, I'm like a mainstream.
a casual
Yeah, I'm
almost.
a casual. But the thing is, I don't even need to argue. But the thing
Hmm.
is, every single day I'm watching those fight nights. I'm always looking at the prelims, always looking at the prospects. And I remember watching Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. That
Really,
fight had me off the chair the whole time.
straight technicality,
Yeah.
bro.
And the thing is, like, I'm so glad it's not overlooked. The respect that he has for his family
Mhm.
and the family man that he is. Like, I think he's such a good person,
Yeah,
and he really is a champ in my heart as well.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Me too, bro. Yeah, he's my biggest role model with
Hmm.
fighting, at least.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're want to know, what did that first win teach you?
A lot of things, actually. The first thing is that fucking 2 minutes go by is quick.
Hmm.
For your first amateur, as I said before, it's like it's 6 minutes, which is like basically a wrestling match.
Yeah, wrestling match. Yeah.
A wrestling match. But you really have to try to push and like try to finish your opponent, really, because you
Hmm.
know with training, when you do like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, you can really just like take a step back.
Yeah.
With that, I kind of felt like I didn't do enough with like trying to finish him. I just felt like I didn't show everything that I wanted. But it's kind of hard to show everything in 6 minutes. So,
Hmm. So
but
August 23rd, you're ready to show that new
let's go.
improvements.
Yep, it's gonna be 3 minutes, so it should be a little longer, and I'm for sure looking for that finish for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm ready to see it. You train with Matador, right?
Yes, sir.
How has the journey been in MMA with them, and how is the community there?
Coach Marcos, he's really cool.
Hmm.
He's really helped me a lot with everything. He looks into my life and how I'm doing with my training every day. He texts me,
Hmm.
just trying to make sure that I'm on point. And I feel like he believes in me with fighting and just with combat sports or sports in general.
Yeah.
You need a team that you feel like they believe in you.
Hmm. Of
So
course, of course.
yeah, so you could go far. Not really about like training at this high fucking level, like
Hmm.
UFC gym or this and that. I
Hmm.
feel like it's having people and having coaches who believe in you and stick with you through
Yeah, of
no
course.
matter
It's
what.
always about the people you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
As a wrestler, whenever I would get on the mat and it was a match that mattered, I was always shitting bricks. When you first got into that cage, what were the nerves like and what were you feeling?
Man, the nerves are through the roof. For me, I kind of with my first fight, there was a lot of confidence flowing through me, so I wasn't
Mhm.
really too like nervous. I was more like I wanted to get it done already because
Yeah.
the whole anticipation, like just knowing your opponent, the interviews, the pictures, the fights, it's a lot of just like a lot of extra, I feel like. And
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, we're like fighters and we fight, so like all that extra shit, it really just like builds up this thought process in your head that it's really bigger than it is.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, like you're really just gonna go out there and like have a fist fight in front of like a couple people.
Yeah. Okay, my next question for you, Mark, is where do you live now? And in your life, how was it growing up financially? Did you have both parents? Do you have any siblings? And how did growing up like that teach you as a person?
I'm currently living in Van Nuys and just an apartment with my mom and my sister, and it's usually been like that my whole life. You know,
Mhm.
me, my mom, and my sister, we've been living together in some type of form of apartment. Uh, my dad, he was with us for a little bit, but he had some issues,
Mhm.
so he had to go deal with that, and he couldn't really be too focused in our lives, like financially and just like being there. So it was really like just me, my mom, and my sister. In the beginning, it was a lot worse. I mean, as a teenager, I'm not gonna lie, I was just like taken care of for sure. Like my mom loved me and
Mhm.
stuff, but it wasn't too bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was like it was livable, but it did teach you some
Exactly.
lessons.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Just seeing my mom work hard as she did,
Mhm.
work every day. She'd have to borrow money just for us to eat. Like that shit was like really inspiring, and like
Mhm.
I really want to give back one day,
Yeah. Would you
to
say
her.
that your mom and your sister like give a good fire? Mhm.
Yeah, my biggest motivators for sure are my mom and my sister.
Yeah. Okay, so connecting to some questions I just asked you, you used to wrestle with us on our club team, and then you would go to a practice after 6 p.m. and then a practice after that one.
Yes, sir.
What made you go so hard even when you were in high school?
When you're a wrestler and you're in high school, the number one dream and like the number one thing is to be a state champ.
Of course.
And I knew that I started a little late with the wrestling. A lot of kids who like they started way younger in middle school or
Yeah.
freshman year or this and that. So I knew I had to catch up. So that kind of motivated me a lot to just to train a lot. And in life, like I was just like going through the motions.
Of course.
Like freshman year, like sophomore year, I was just going through the motions, like doing stupid
Yeah.
stuff, like hanging out with the bad people and
Hmm.
stuff. Once I found a goal that I could put all my energy towards, it really made it clear like this is what I want to do and this is what I'm gonna do.
One thing that people really overlook is there's no divisions.
Yes.
There's no ABC, no D1, D2, D3.
Everybody versus
Everyone's
everybody.
together. I could go to a tournament and I would not run through it, but my performance, my hard work would really show. But then I would get on a mat and randomly wrestle fifth in the country, 18th in the state. I remember we had a duel. I was so locked in for it to find out that I'm wrestling Arvin Khosravi,
Oh my god.
who
The
just
Greco
won
champ.
the U.S. Open in Las Vegas for Greco.
Yeah.
Guy's a dog.
He's a beast. I've trained with him before. I
Yeah,
still train
he's a
with him
good
sometimes.
personality
Yeah.
too. One day I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw your kickboxing fight.
I think around that time I took a little break, trying to find gyms, and every day after school I would get off, I would hop on the bus and I would try to find a new jiu-jitsu gym, a new kickboxing gym, and just try out their free trial every day after school.
Hmm.
That travel just to train. Like sometimes I travel like 2-3 hours just to train for like an hour.
Yeah, it
But it
shows how
was
hungry
cool. It
you
was
are.
cool. Yeah, yeah. But I just really wanted to train, and once I found a gym that was like solid close to me and was good, I started slowly just being consistent there, still going to school, still doing this and that, but training jiu-jitsu mostly. And around 6-7 months in, when I got my blue belt, that they offered me a fight.
Mm.
I took the fight, I won, and it really opened my eyes to like,
Yeah,
you know what, I could do this shit. So I
yeah,
started kickboxing shortly after, and now I'm here.
yeah. The thing about doing so much and being so consistent with training, one thing about life is if you're changing as a person, taking action is always going to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, for
But as
sure.
you continue to do it, like Rick Ross says, staying in the cold, as you keep doing it, it becomes comfortable
Hmm.
and it becomes what you usually do. I I'm guessing people always come up to you and like talk to you, like, dang, Mark, you go so hard. But the thing is, hard is usual for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing that you go so hard is something that you're used to, and if you just continue with it, it's gonna get you so far, especially in training and becoming a complete fighter.
No, thank you so much. And I believe that, for the people that do believe that about me, it just gives me more motivation to try to go harder every day
Mhm.
for people like you. So, yeah, I appreciate you, Zach,
You already
my
know.
boy.
People do not realize how expensive sports are, especially MMA.
Especially
Travel, camp, training, coaching expenses. How do you make by with that?
I worked at Jersey Mike's and it was full time.
Mhm.
So, in the beginning, I mean, I had like a whole bunch of memberships that paying hundreds of dollars, trying to just get the best work everywhere I could. And thankfully, there were some gyms who believed in me and stuff, and they didn't really like charge me too much, or
Mhm.
they gave me a discount. And some gyms didn't charge me at all,
Mhm.
just because they saw what I wanted to do. They saw the vision that I had, and they believed in me. And shout out to the ones who still believe in me, and I'm still going hard for them. But yeah, it's really expensive. You gotta pay for your food when you're cutting weight, because you can't be eating shit, and
Mhm.
it's expensive.
Yeah, that healthy food be
Healthy food is more
expensive.
expensive than non-healthy food. And
Yeah.
so yeah, memberships and coaches and stuff. So it really does get expensive, but if you find your niche and you find the people who take care of you and who support you and who believe in you, they'll help you out. They'll bring you up for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that I found those people, and right now I'm just trying to grind so I could get that money to pay them back for
Mhm.
sure.
I
But
remember you posting a story saying, I think it was rather recently.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, saying like, oh yeah, everyone's asking me why I don't train here, why I don't train
Yeah.
here, and I'm just trying to get by. These memberships are expensive.
Yeah, so
Like
I
with the
lost my job like about like 2 months ago, and
mhm,
just trying to
mhm.
make it for sure.
Off subject, but what's it like training with the World Team Training Center?
Oh, they're fucking beasts, bro.
Yeah.
But every practice I do come in scared, because
Hmm.
the
They go hard.
cardio is they go hard, and the cardio is insane. I was looking back at trying to go back and try to get some rounds in with my boy
Hmm.
Greg.
Hmm.
You know, he became a Fargo champ.
Yeah,
Like,
Greg.
you've seen that, right?
Yeah. The thing is, like, the World Team Training Center, like, I haven't really like told them, but like they really inspire me with Prospectrix because the
Hmm.
thing is, like, Greg Terroian, he was really good in jiu-jitsu. He started wrestling late, and it just shows like when you really put full determination,
For sure, he's my
really
inspiration too.
go to your potential, like you can really get far. I remember wrestling him when he first started wrestling.
Yeah, I remember that video. He
Yeah.
highlighted you.
So we did Greco. I mean, even though like I suck at Greco, like I went into that match like thinking like, oh yeah, okay, like this is a Greco match. I'm just trying to get by. My coach wants me to do it. But the thing is, I still saw his skill in that match. Probably if I tried my hardest in Greco, he still would have beat me.
Yeah,
He's a really good wrestler. There's no wonder he's now a Fargo champ.
yeah,
It really shows what happens when the people around you really want you to get to that top level and really put that expenses, determination
for sure.
into you and try and make you reach your potential. I think there's so many other people like Greg who want it as bad as him, and I can't wait to help those people get up.
Yeah, he's a big example. If you
Mhm.
want to do this, like, you're never too late, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
The thing about all winners in this world, sports, businesses, all that, they fail, 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 but they keep on getting up, learning from it, and keep on going. What was the lowest point you've reached in this journey, and has it ever made you think about doing something else or
Mm.
calling it quits?
Well, not to get too personal, but yeah, when I lost my job, there was a lot of things going on. When you put in all this work
Mm-hmm.
every day, you have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
That's what really gets people. I feel like that was my lowest point, was when I lost my job
Mm-hmm.
and all of those thoughts, and when I started to just focus on where I wanted to go, just knowing that I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if I just continue on this path, it should take me far. Like, it's the best motivation for me.
Okay, throughout the experiences in your life, what is the reasons that make you fight?
I would say, just certain experiences of seeing my mom struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing just the people around me struggle. I really don't want that for the people that I love, and for myself. So with this, I feel like it's a clear goal. It's something that I could do, I'm good at. So just really just like pushing hard on that, and just looking back at those experiences I had, just seeing people struggle,
Hmm.
that's gonna motivate me to win these fights, because there's always something at the end of the road. And
Whenever you're in the cage, or you're cutting, or you're going through it hard physically and mentally, what goes through your mind that keeps you going?
you know that's actually funny that you said that, because just today I had some tough rounds in the morning, and whenever I have a dog fight, overtime, I always think like this is what you wanted.
Hmm.
Like, it's really easy to feel bad for yourself and complain, and always be like, oh, this is hard, or he's doing this because I'm tired, or this is only working because of this and that. And at the end of the day, you got to remind yourself
Hmm.
that you want to do this, that you want this. Nobody's forcing me to go run or to go train.
Yeah.
I'm doing this just because I want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not making any money from it right now. So it's purely off enjoyment. So once you remind yourself that this is fun, this is what you want to do, and that
Hmm.
it's not a burden, like this is you, it really makes things a lot easier, because you stop like feeling bad for yourself, stop giving yourself pity, and you start to realize that it's a privilege to train.
Of
It's
course.
a privilege to move my legs, it's a privilege to feel tired, because one day that's gonna go away,
Yeah.
for
Of
sure.
course. I think the other half of that is everyone dreams to be rich.
Hmm.
Everyone dreams to have this car or that house or these privileges. Everyone dreams to become a certain person. But the thing is, a lot of people don't act on it.
Yes, for sure.
The thing about you wanting to go to the UFC and do these great things, and me wanting to go far with my platform, it's about turning that dream into a goal.
Hmm.
It takes motive, it takes confidence, it takes action, it takes patience.
And a plan, for sure.
Yeah, it
You're not
really
just gonna
does.
wake
It
up
really
one day.
does. So I'm glad that's your thought process going through the motions, and I know in the future when it gets hard again, you'll be ready for it.
For sure.
Since you're currently 1-0, where do you see going next after your fight August 23rd?
I want to try to get back out there. But right now, I'm really trying to go pro by 21, and I told myself I want to have 12 fights in amateurs.
Hmm.
So right now I'm gonna be 2-0, and it's already been about 4 months, so I only got a little bit of time left.
If a kid from your city saw this video and is financially struggling but wants to pursue a career in sports, what would you tell them?
I would say just keep grinding. Keep hustling. If you train hard and you really want it, people are gonna see it.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people who want your same goal, who want exactly what you want as well. So if you're training hard and you're showing those people that you want it, you're gonna get a lot of help. I promise you. There's a people who care out there, and you know they want to see the winners win. So
Hmm.
if there's anything that you could take from me, is just keep training, and try to find those people who believe in you. Sure.
If my platform Prospectrix helped people invest in you, what would their support mean to you?
It would mean a ton. It would mean everything, really. Just being just a random kid from the valley, just trying to make a dream for myself. If I have any help with my family or friends, I try to show it. And if there's anybody watching this that would like to sponsor me or invest in me, I would say it's probably the best decision you'll ever make.
Hmm.
I'm trying to go hard for myself and for whoever believes in me. So if you
Yeah.
ride with me, I'm riding with you for sure.
What is something that most people don't know about you that they should know?
Something that not a lot of people know about me that they should know is I'm actually ranked in Clash Royale, 10,000 trophies.
Is there any message that you want to give to people who doubted you in the past and your future opponents?
I haven't really done much, so you guys might still be right. You guys might still be wrong, but I would say just keep watching for sure, because I'm not going to stop, and I know
Hmm.
you guys are. So for my future opponents, I would say just good luck, because I'm training hard. If I fucking lose the next 10 fights, I'm going to still go as hard as I can. And if you're seeing this right now, just be ready for sure. Train
I'd
hard.
love to see it. From the viewers watching, that can invest in you through Prospectrix, why should they choose you other than any other young prospect fighter?
I think they should choose me because of my personality. You know, I'm not just a boring fighter who just fights. You know, I have some attributes that not a lot of people have, and on top of that, I don't let that interfere with who I am with my training and what I do to hold myself accountable to the goals that I want to achieve. So, if there's anything that I would say is that, you know, I'm training hard with this fighting stuff and also this social media stuff. I'm really trying to make a name for myself. I'm really trying to grow who I am as a personal brand. So, you know, there's not a lot of people who do that, I feel like. So, if I could just balance, you know, both the platforms and my fight life, I feel like I'll be good. And I'm young, you know. I'm 19. I just turned 19. You know, there's still a lot of years and a lot of journey to come. So, it's going to be really good to invest in me now. Sure.
I hope to make a video in the next week or two
For
if I
sure.
can get on the mat with you.
No,
Do some striking, do some
yeah,
grappling.
come to my gym for sure. You're fucking always welcome. We'll work. We'll
I
post
really
some
want to
videos.
show the cardio that we talk about to the viewers and the platform. And then by the time you fight, hopefully I can make the drive to Las Vegas.
Thank you so much, bro. That'd be so awesome. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for your time. Hope to see you soon.
You too, bro.
Stay tuned. We'll see you later, y'all.